Oh my goodness, that was such an experience. That was amazing. Thank you so much.
Wow. Very trippy.
I did at one point wonder if I may have accidentally imbibed on something that I didn't expect.
That was incredible, and it makes me miss making music.
Yeah, good. Thank you everyone for having us, and an amazing evening.
Thank you. Would you like to talk to us a little bit about your process and the kind of thoughts behind what you do?
I'm going to hand that over to Sean. Oh, yeah, Sean. Well, he loves to talk about that sort of stuff.
Yes, please, music geek out.
Where to start, really? I can't hear what I'm saying. Yes. Oh. Tinkerbell. So the process is that we improvise quite heavily. We have very basic structures, and one of those structures we have is that we have a sort of a concept for each. We have a set of words that we've pulled together, and then we pull them together with. And we quite like distancing effects. So we're both really keen on not actually on creating this sort of like carapace of effects and imagery that just sort of sum up the world without actually having to comment on it, because I think the world's too big to comment on, and so I just try to sort of like a caddisfly.
Can I be an audio geek and just say I loved your placement of sounds in the mix?
Thank you very much.
It was very it felt very all encompassing. So
years of making terrible mistakes. I've got.
Yeah, same. You learn through trial and lots of error.
Lucy didn't make the mistakes. I was taking all the ownership completely for all that myself. Okay.
I loved all the homoerotic imagery and.
Juicy boys! I love a juicy boy. Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, so there is a story behind that. In that, I don't know if Stuart Cruz is on actually, but we went to a Music is Murder gig up in Exeter, not there, Exeter, and we saw. Who did we see? Was it Farmer Glitch? Anyway, it was great. It was great. But all evening, either like on the scenes behind, or like actually, and there was some sort of live performance. It was just this really like really hyper-sexualized women everywhere. You know, which is fine, but it was a bit wearing. Like all night of it. And so when we went and played the next month, I was like, I want to have a whole screen behind me of the juiciest, sexiest boys I can find. And so we just trawled. I had a great afternoon trawling the internet looking for the juiciest boys I could find, and then compiling them together into a beautiful video to be displayed in all their glory behind me.
Yeah,
It was very interesting. I very much enjoyed the imagery.
Good,
Please
good.
make more.
I have to say, one of my best gigs I've been to was at what's Greg's band called? Green something or other. This band, they came back together, and it just basically the whole bottom bit of the Hanging Garden, just all these men just took all their clothes off and were leaping around in front of me. It was the best night I've ever had. It's great. Yeah, more of that, please, Plymouth.
But I enjoyed what happened after that more, to be honest.
After the gig,
but I enjoyed what I enjoyed. Can I just say?
Well,
I want to say this. I've just got to say something about it. How the hell did you do that? How the hell? Do you know how good that was? You who made that. It was so good. The music.
Oh.
I listen to a lot of music, and I've never heard anything remotely like that. Well, there may well be stuff like remotely like that going on, but I've never heard it. But I got to know it I got into it completely once those men had disappeared. But I'm talking about the sounds. The sounds were okay straight away. and they took you on. It took you on a journey again, and the distorted, sort of almost choral sounds of many voices singing in harmony and distorted, and the pitch of it sort of wobbling about. It was extraordinary. I don't know. It really did get sort of. I don't know what I can't. I'll have to write about it.
Would it be hideously audio geeky to ask you what kind of setup you're using?
It would be. Who are you? Yeah.
Yeah. We could do a summary. Yeah, I've got a Voice Touch Live, which I do all my effects through, vocal effects. And then I've got an iPad with Loopy on it, Borderlands for doing granular synthesis. So Loopy does all my looping, so I'm sampling my singing as I go. I'm putting that through a granular synthesizer, which is where you get all the sort of stuff.
Granular synthesis,
yeah.
yes.
And I've got in there lots of samples, field recordings and various bits as well. So they all get pulled into that. I've got a Korg synthesizer that our dear friend Alex, I inherited off him, and that's what I use. I've also got a couple of other gadgets on my iPad that I use to make sounds, and then I'll pass over to LaFouane now.
So I'm basically running a drum machine from Ableton Live, and it's kind of a hybrid thing of just basic soft synths, and then I've sort of patched it all together with Max to make it more improvisatory, I guess. And
it works. It's a really good sound you've got.
I wanted to sort of, I think what I wanted to do, what my part of the sound is to have something that was electronic but had the same sort of fluidity as just noodling on an electric guitar or a banjo or something. And that's because I see this as being like what I'm doing is being, I guess what I see is me and Lucy doing is being a bit like busking, but with the technology that's appropriate to the time we're in, really. We also use a mixing desk quite heavily. That's really important. Some part of our sound is using a mixing desk and then routing signals in and out of that. So it's sort of trying to use those ideas that are in sort of dub production, I guess, but without trying to pretend to be in any way affiliated with reggae, because we're not part of that scene in any sense, and it would be just inappropriate. That's my take, anyway. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's an interesting sound. It's like I can hear how your live setup has. Oh God, what's the word I'm looking for? Has like influenced how you actually sound. So
it's hard for it not to, because all music and all types of art are all performance, all types of art are influenced by the technology.
Yeah, I have to admit I have been up till now exclusively just like PC audio, so it's like it's not very live performance, but you know it's like it's all the technicalities of like how you make sounds and stuff, but I'm hoping to get some kit than just a computer.
I was totally fascinated by the rhythm section. Sorry, I've turned my video off because it's like pitch black here now. But yeah, just the rhythmic noises, especially right in the very beginning, which almost kind of tied in with the dolphin really nicely as well. They were really cool.
It's all synchronized. That dolphin is part of the music. The dolphin was actually part of the drum machine pattern.
Oh right, okay. Yeah, they sounded, because they were like slightly distorted. It almost sounded like a different drum machine noise than the dolphin itself, but it was a really cool noise. I really liked it.
Good.
Great. Feel great now. Just all this, praise and discussion. Yeah, no.
It's been really good actually doing the Zoom thing, because I really like the back and forth between the audience and the artist and being able to actually have conversations like in that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much for coming. I really enjoyed watching that and listening to that.